Thank you very much, everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, if you just listen to my voice, just anyone can raise your hands so that I can understood about that you can listen to my voice. I'm trying to make it Facebook Live also, but there is a camera issues. I don't know what the hell is this. Okay, I'm starting activities, so there is no movement. Just a minute, gentlemen. Just requested you please will hold for 1 minute only. Well, I'm so sorry about the start of all of this particular meeting, little delay. Actually, I'm going to map the timing of my global offices as well, because some of the offices are been tactically been starting with a little bit of different time. So I have to be merged with that particular time itself. So this particular meeting I'm just addressing after 2 years, successful 2 years, because the even coronavirus is concerned, and due to coronavirus is the concern is we have not we have all the whole world has been already been shooking, and they don't know what to do about this. But still, we are breathing, and for the last 2 years, we are 2008, 17, 18, 18, 19, and 19, 20. The 3 successful years have told about the path itself. And we are thinking that the The process is almost to the gate. So at the moment, I'm going to take my speech itself. I hope so that everybody is good and live, and I've a little bit of patch of the time itself. I think so that patch of the time has already been there itself with also with, I don't know whether you can observe me in my Facebook itself. And I request you once more time, please raise your hand and add questions to there itself to add questions if you like to do. Okay. I hope so that you are well and fine. This is the CEO, Group CEO of the SABHUB Group of Industries. This particular video streaming is live in Facebook as well as in Zoom, as well as all the rated 350 employees are already watching this particular video in a different part of Europe and Soviet Union as well. Although we don't have any live office in India because India's business process we don't have understood particularly because a lot of things have been drastically happened within India with us, of course. In that particular case, we had faced a lot of dramatic features in terms of financial, in terms of other replicables. That particular case, we don't have to see that those particular standpoint, we don't have any office as well. My beloved employees and shareholders, the stock members, the senior level peoples, my greatest and healthiest Merry Christmas and my greatest and healthiest New Year of 2021 in advance. Hope you are all doing well, good health. For God praise, good health. Because I used this word because I don't have any other word to do for this thing. The peak of coronavirus period time, I'm praying the good health for every person, direct and indirect, involved with my business and my all respective employees, our honorable partners, suppliers, consultants, and respective clients. My hearty wishes good health to all of you and have a great 24th December and across over already. Merry Christmas and a greater New Year in advance. I just have heard another peak of started coronavirus and it started in England. Now this is I'm putting up because I have already been put another office in Eastern London at very close to the Leeds itself, the office. But the catastrophic event at the time when we are going to open that particular office, we found that there is another coronavirus, typical coronavirus is already affected in Europe, and Europe is already been gone for a shutdown business. I have leave everything to the God at this stage because I have already been thinking a lot of prospective plan. My prospective plans are there, already been prospective plans. I'm thinking about my best employees for their strength, for their dedications, and the dedications are coming to the company. And I'm really appreciated to all these employees, respected partners. I forgot to say, I'm so sorry, forgot to say, but respected partners, which fall into Swedish-based Volvo, and numerous German companies, those who are already giving the best in effort to the SABHUB to build up. I leave everything to the God. I'm again sorry that I'm coming live on the broadcast the last 2 years. We are preparing ourselves internally with all the avenues. But we can't say the God is the only judgment maker for all of us. We can't say anything against the God. We are live and breathing. The message goes to honorable partners and business associates that we are not gone vanish for the last 2 years. This is a direct message to those people. This is a direct message to those Indian people, those who are with me from last 2017, 2018, and they are not think about Sabyasachi Banerjee's standpoint. I strongly recommend this particular word, standpoint. They don't try to believe on Sabyasachi Banerjee. Believe in everything. Trust, internal trust. Believe in on themselves. Believing in on what they are doing is the most important part. I feel, my friend, is the part of the field is better to understood the entire process, because I'm running a company. The company does not owned by me. It has been created out of the foundation's led. It's absolutely sure. But I have luckily got good peoples surrounded by me. That only peoples, those who are surrounded by me, is responsible for the whole thing what is now is going on. I'm again willing to thank you to the board of directors, respective partners, and associates, consultants, PricewaterhouseCoopers, KPMG, Boston Hosting, Boston Consultancy Services, NASDAQ, Indian Stock Market, etc. It was a long time, yes, a long time. It's completing my engineering. I'm talking about a flashback of more than 33 years from now. It's a hidden history. That's some typing of those things in a white page, and I'm thinking I'm going to last 1987. And a flashback about that. After completion of my engineering, I switched to starting in 1987 till 2003 in a service career onward. 2003 as a consultant in practice of winning gold and providing of many companies developing done towards ROI. The meaning of ROI is a return of investment. From there onward till 2017, and a long journey on simple haul. I'm not taking a simple haul. Not rest. It was a fabulous time for my career as a development consultant and putting the highest peak on when I had started. And my own banner name as Sabyasachi, the brainchild of SABHUB. Naming the company, it's a very big thing. So it's a time kind of like My father and my mother gives this beautiful life to me. The blood is going on by the mother bloodline, and my bones and flesh is all have been running for the father's father's etiquette and his educations in all the educations I've learned from my family, from fathers and mothers, and my entire 14 forefathers of the thing. I got a very good family. Let me tell you, sir, about this. I put all together into this particular company, not just business. We started our journey from onward 2017. Now, this is a very interesting time. A little bit, I didn't say horrible time, it's an interesting time. 2007, 10th of October, and till 2020 of December, till we have learned with a lot of ups and downs, and there are a lot of difficult phases that we have been past. But we not left behind. Our patience, and now we have overcome the mega storms and talking further plans. Our plans start talking now with me, with all the respective peoples all around the world, all the peoples, those who are already having those biggest branches and controlling the branches itself. They are now listening to that talking about the plans of what Sabyasachi Banerjee had made on 2017 onwards. I prefer any employees, those who are come to me. I've selected any employees those who are for the best of performance, for any grade of the general managers, of the vice presidents, or the executive council, the director board, or operation board of any particular project. In this particular project or in this particular goal, we have lot of peoples are together with us. But my philosophy to understood about the people, those who are not listening to me, understanding the director board deliveries requires strong educations, I believe. Not that I believe, all the companies or the rest of the companies believe. Neither any managements are, or neither any families, business families are ATM card. This much goes to those peoples, those who are with me in 2017 onward. That's what I make a storm and start talking with me now these days. Which is more than plan of start telling me and some sense of whispering in my ears, just talking to me with my plan. I can hear my voice and their remark as well. They made a lot of remarks to me. They made a lot of remarks to me. They upset me. They feel that they allowed me to understand about what will I say? It's a kind of it's a joke, a kind of joke itself. They have done it with me, but I don't believe it's a kind of it's a game. It's a challenge I can take this. If we could took a round back and now, we can expect the last 3 years almost. We had to step into better world for straight meaning of business expectations. And it's really phenomenal. But someone, somehow, The lack of delivery points, resources points, both the deliveries and resources are responsible for the session. That's what I'm telling us about. For example, we had a airport commission order and a power transmission commission order at India, Chhattisgarh. Joint venture commissioning process, power integration and commissioning in India's one of the leading power sector manufacturing company worth 10 billion, which is capping business we had traditional based on local business opening quarterly worth of 20 million. I'm just not talking about the whole world but business, or about the whole world businesses of all but tune. But at the moment, let's take about India, 2017, 2020. I got a $20 million billing per year, which already been smashed out due to two things. About the non-resourceful employees, the employees, those who are not at all up to the mark by their educations, by their experience, whatever I said. But the two things are very normal says. But at the end of the day, company loses business. But at the end of the day, we had hope not came into the pen and pay due to resource and opportunity tagline or both. But this is the same thing. Dear board members and respectable ladies and gentlemen, and my honorable partners, you have helped me till the time with all extensions. You have given me the best of yours to build a business network, which till my death I will do not forget. But there are some had bad intentions to walk around dragging me down under the soil, but got some other plan to me which sources are being succeed as there are good and responsible people with me, help me to pull with slogans and resources as well. Let's say something about India. I've lost 20 million. Let's say something about Egypt. I've gained more than 10 billion. So the two tangent of the globe, one globe, I'm not talking about any total universal about. I'm talking about the one section of the one section of the one place on the universe. Some other places where the people are chopped my business around 20 million, they say that I'm going down. No, Sabyasachi Banerjee only get down when he dead. When he get into the grave, then only get down. Otherwise, Sabyasachi Banerjee is a megaphone. That message has to be go straight to the peoples. Those who are not thinking and not relying and not getting on my speech properly. They must have to get those speech properly that I am not a person. It's a loose cannon. I like crisis. Yes. The crisis makes a man strong. Such a person like me, yes. I don't say that I'm not Donald Trump, Vladimir Putin, or something like that. I'm strong, the heaviest persons are there. No. I am a person that like crisis. Unless the crisis, I cannot put myself into that particular boat where I'm going to be hammer and get back to those things. I'm made of a man. That's what I'm thinking. I've already been there. For years after years, from 1987 till now, still counting. I like crisis, but I don't like best is if you do not have the capability and you dump and with anybody's dumb brain say something which not just say lead a business into the destinations, then it will be bad. The really bad, which is the fact I had been received company internal sources. I'm talking about internal sources. I'm not talking about the client itself. The black days are over. Blue sky, brighten, sunlight, and always we are welcome to receive for all avenues. My message goes to everyone, every people, from 2003 to 2017, 20 years straight, 23 years straight, almost 23 years straight. I lift up a lot of companies. And the companies who have done a lot of bad things with me, they can do it. That's understand, because money doesn't change its colors. And money is a very good thing, and money is a very dangerous thing. I've learned through my years after practice. Money is a good thing, that money brings you everything, like we can sit down and coffee to discuss people. But the money is a very bad thing. It will create a very big, gigantic, the country will fight against the money. I didn't stop anything for the money. I didn't stop anything for giving away from the money itself. I mean, internal employee, I'm talking about internal employee. But somehow I have to get some space to move around. But that old days are over. With the help of my honorable employees, international employees, I'm very much specialized into international employees, dependable international employees. Before must be notified, dependable international employees. I can see the blue skies. I can see that I'm coming back from the track, and the track must be very much clear to me. Now what I have to do. Ladies and gentlemen, honorable board member, respected employees, let me say officially that 2021 is for us. Those bad souls who had the trust on us gone out. They may feel a backlash. But for us, it is a business opportunity. Orders are flowing with the multi-continent and exclusively based on our terms and conditions, and which the company as a whole prospect of brightened future of the turning track. Companies converting to the public limited companies of various sections. Internal format of all national European countries, Soviet Federation, Egypt, Israel, Turkey, India, of course. But India, for this, it's a limited supplement copy only. India, we are not, because we have burned our hand of $20 million in India, we are not going to be put our supplement copies only to India. We had old prospect partners with me. I know that is one of the nightmare. They had forget it, and they mean one word and one way, that other, it's me and my voice. We have esteemed international governments, those who have given me the foothold and doing business opportunity in their country and realistic way going on. And we had mega large financial entities with some of their trust and investment into our company banner forever, till my long life. I would like to thank to Soviet governments, Kremlin office, Mr. Vladimir Putin and his office. I would like to thank to Egyptian government, President Sisi's office, all employees, all central government employees of Egypt. I would like to thank to UAE government office. I would like to thank ex-Donald Trump office, the Pentagon office. And obviously, I would like to thank to all the European nations where we are now at the moment. Eastern European countries, Western European countries. In our future business login with our esteemed client, which we had processed full swing of strength. Now this is, I'm going to take another good gentleman's name over there. I'm going to put it around. From last July, we met and we signed with honorable employees we have, that is Mr. Harry Garib. Harry's endless practice and dedications, round the clock dedications. I've never ever seen a total. I'm just going to put all my professional experience to it there for 33 years approximately. Now we thanks to Arab Foundations. Now Arab Foundations is the company, those who are want to build all around the Arab world about mega hub airports. Now, this is what SABHUB has already been planning for last several years. And hub airport is comes to what the billion of $7.9 billion order, and we're getting 3 airports, which has to be a part of it. Based on the regular phases built on operation system hub airport. Based on the regular phases built on operation hub airport and international airlines process with additional stock market inclusion services. These are all the services are including here, which will be a part of the services concerned with the agreement. In addition to that, we have the processing of straight billing into military engineering service, military artillery services, where almost monopoly market capex holder we are. In other way, we are putting full gear of the crude oil importing realization of the Arab world and Russian countries. We are also entering slower into realistic selling of the independent pumping stations. The above planning and strategies we build process for all Soviet Federation, starting with respective cities, Istanbul, Jerusalem, Casablanca, Vladivostok, Baku, Azerbaijan, Georgia, Ukraine, Moscow, and Moscow Central Tuning Office, sorry to bad to say. With Arab tuning offices from Dubai, Central Marketing Office near to Burj Khalifa, covering all destinations of Arab world, till Central Managed Office at Cairo, which tune offices Moscow and Egypt, the twin sharing platform, the major business decision-making process before the taking canal. Now, this is the very biggest thing. Gentlemen, I'm realistic about it. I'm a very realistic man. I'm not putting something on the paper that is stories. I'm going to put each and every word like a hot plate, like a steel, hot rolled steel. steel, you can understand that you will touch, your finger will blow. I can put these things on the table. It's talking. Along with this honorable client of Arab Foundations, we have another beautiful client we have received now these days. Yesterday only, I've just closed the deal with the people. Mr. Gamal Ali Mina. Mr. Gamal is looking for another big investment in the construction level. And we put our hands to him because he got a very colorful management, that what SABHUB is looking for, the colorful management itself. Egyptian, Germans, and other local senior management people. SABHUB is not a company for building profits. SABHUB is a company for building respects, gratitudes, learning, and then earning. We're thankful to Arab Foundations. We're thankful to Mr. Kamal Ali Mina. We're thankful to Mr. Hani Garib. We're thankful to Vodafone Egypt, Mr. Ibrahim. We're thankful to IBM Lenovo Egypt, Mustafa Al Sahid. We're thankful to Dell Egypt, Quest, Mr. Zaki, Mr. Mohammed Saeed, and so many people are there, which are apparently I'm just taking the names itself. We had explained completely into all the major cities. I'm so sorry. We had expanded completely into all major cities in Europe. All major cities. Let me tell you, we can find out every major cities. Now, the people will have to say that they get a virtual office. What the stupid kind of virtual office is there? You can ring me at my phone. I can take directly to the London office. The person physically, a British guy, going to walk in down to your hotel and can meet with you with our designated card. That's what I mean. We are live everywhere. Otherwise, we can't do a strategic investment like that. They are all the major European towns, more or less 5, 10, 15, 25. Currently, just due to new wave of the coronavirus, which has already been, Europe has already been shut down. All the Europe has been gone for another cycle of lockdown, and they are already thinking for another coming back to where there is. At the time, we are just non-rest, London and Dublin, and already been Dublin, we have already been put in. And I would like to thanks to corporate executive partners, information technology partners, United States, Seattle office, and the office employees, the branch manager as well. I'm sorry, I forgot about the least countries which I have already taken the name first. Here comes the Indian story about fabulous countries. If I take the business aside, fabulous country, my birthplace, I've learned a lot of speech, business learning, all things are gathered from here. Really, I'm gathered from here. In my service career, I've been into Shanghai, I've been into China mainland, I've been into Kuala Lumpur, I've been into Hong Kong, everywhere. But the things that my grassroots was in India. I'm very much of an Indian rather than anything. But the development of doing business outside India, I made it from India. I learned a lot of full speech of business, learning all things I gathered in here. Of course, after coronavirus, there are some obstacles, serious kind of obstacles. And of course, the peak of obstacles, terms of financial slow process, our thought process and our speed, the financial thought process over here is very slow, dead slow, second to dead slow, absolutely. We will start our development on India in complete process. This is very interesting, that in complete process, we have not been able to complete our development over here, because if we put our money, then the money going to drain, or that has been a permanently go stack for years after years. I'm not going to pull out the money itself anymore. Chevrolet as a company left India. General Motor left India. There are a lot of people, a lot of countries, what the general people doesn't know, but they left India. But the general people are knowing that at a big shot, like the Nifty 500, these stock markets, all the people are in India at the moment. But these data companies are not in India. Dear ladies and gentlemen, honorable board members, we are fabulous. All about the companies are for last 3 years are coming to the pot and start opening miracle pot for the January mid to start full flow. Lost a lot of esteemed employees due to coronavirus. I'm sorry, we have lost 2 people in Mumbai due to coronavirus. We have lost of coronavirus, and we are having hope, some resources and still alive, or some esteemed employees are there to come back with us. Some of the international, we have committed those people, those who are come back to us. And I feel that I'm most luckiest person that those international employees, those who are coming back to us, it's absolutely fabulous to me. In 2021, we are projected for investment priority arena, which will be field growth despite coronavirus on the peak of the slowing down the process of positive mood and 80% into the favor or 20% negative on the threat of new threat of the process of the Europe cases death toll and highest range of worried us. And this is very bad news for us, because not the bad news for English government, also bad news for the European other government also. This is not for me itself, and I'm the most affected about this. We have taken a very large number of investment because we are dealing such products where the most of the experienced people are required. Now, for instance, I'm a test pilot. Yes. You listen, absolutely right. I'm the test pilot. I'm having 1,800 hours of test flying. 747 series, all planes, A380. Now, for me, for putting MRO servicing all around the world airports, giving servicing to the hosting airplanes services into the airport, I cannot take a normal graduate people to come and see me over here. That's why we are focusing very serious kind of goals for this. For attracting our goals with consultation services, with our investment, attracting our goals with the consultation services, without investment on built on operation and transfer services. We are focusing next to 2021 phases into defense sector and engineering operations. This is the planning which we are putting into the scalable of the management itself, and we feel that this is the ultimate management about this thing about, and we are coming to the final gear. We're focusing the 2021 starting phase into defense sector for engineering operations. CKD conditions, CKD is kind of saying that kick knockdown, saying that I can assemble the product into a particular country on a saleable basis or a technological transfer basis. Manufacturing, returnable sale, manufacturing sale, returnable pattern of $10 billion planned manufacturing at Ukraine, where we are lagging for last 2 years. This is a very, very interesting story, my friend. Let me tell you, this particular part we have with SABHUB. I'm announcing this particular thing. The SABHUB fighter jet plane has already been announced on 2017-18, but the employees are not stocking this particular plan into their lab. They are thinking short-time goal, short-time plan, which is absolutely nonsense. SABHUB is not looking for some short-time goal and short-time plan. Nothing comes into business, short-time goal and short-time plan. In the defense sector, another important serious sector which we had a research and development essential part of, that we can plan another $5 billion USD development for new artillery grade wartime equipments, war front enabled telecom equipments, telecom technologies, long distance binocular, spy camera, spy recorder, enemy lines update, protection soldiers casualty, because the country's soldiers are essential for our country's asset. As a human being is an asset for all. Now we are having two things in the position itself. One is the defense sector, where we are already been putting our investment into $10 billion. Well, already been we are already been there. Already been there. I'm afraid, ladies and gentlemen, that the Pentagon has already been updated about our movements. And we are putting the $10 billion in a paper and page. Let me tell you that this is a board meeting itself, but roughly I'm putting it down because let's say $25 billion totally about the manufacturing about the fighter jet plant at Soviet Union. But honorable thank you to the Putin governments to get the clear about the Ukraine, the federal over there. The another developments for the war front system has already been cleared by the Soviet government as well. In fact, we have a place on the Soviet Union as a 60% collection of the artilleries, wartime artilleries and wartime equipments purchasing center. Currently, we have another 2 countries will be coming just short a while this November itself. One is Israel and one is Germany. Other than research and development, essential sector defense, artillery falls into real equipment, warheads, artillery. We would like to invest into rolling without collaboration, manufacturing, processing, sales and services. Artillery equipments, which not fall into nuclear warheads. Equipment, super large equipment, especially like a fighter jets, different type of AK series of guns, rifles, lock pistols, all grades of uniforms, the military uniforms I'm talking, Tiger helicopters, which is called attack helicopters, without nuclear torpedoes, fall into esteemed supply. Holding orders $200 million. Now this is a very interesting part. We already have a bag of $200 million order, $250 million orders from most of the African nations. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is the reason why we are with Mr. Gamal Ali Mira, because his project, our project, two projects at the same Africa. The total investment into defense sector is $50 billion. That is not a small amount. $50 billion for a defense sector for 1 year. It's not a small amount. We're coming up with this 2021. Second most largest similar defense line continuous investment into airlines is surrounded with all around business, such as airport leasing, hub airport building. I'm talking about Dubai, Frankfurt, Thomas Bradley, London Airport, with 6x6, 7x7, 7x7 crisscross line the runways, servicing of super large and all variants of aircraft, jet oil fillings, supplying airports, all type of services in the airport, outside the airport, all type of services. I'm talking about in the airport. In the airport, like ticketing, like baggaging, checking. Obviously, I'm not talking part of the security checking I'm not talking about. No, it's not a security checking part talking about. It's not a security checking talking about. The checking is for the initial baggaging checking. Suppose a customer comes on inside with this large bag and would have some medicines with some fragiles kind of thing. He put on a scanner, he came out, and he given that particular luggage to the counter where he goes for a ticket for a destination when he's traveling. Any other destination, what do you want to travel? So he put his bag and made his the boarding card, put the badge on the bag, and he went for a security check. Security check is not our part. We will be assisting for the airlines to boarding the respective the passengers into the airport. Another part of us, of our people, will be in the ground to bring that aircraft into the jet bay. Now that is a very serious kind of business. My friend, we are into it. Hub airport, servicing and supply. Now in here, another serious goal is there. No, neither any the peoples or companies now these days, only few companies. I'm not saying that yes, Star Alliance, yes, Delta, yes, British Airways, yes, Lufthansa, obviously it's the Star Alliance. Star Alliance, all the companies are doing this sort of things. Jet fueling. Now we are one of the major crude oil supplier refinery people in this globe for developing of this. I have to thank to the coronavirus. I make a time to think, plan, and put the right thing on the right place. I am very sorry for those people, those who are with me in the past, in 2017 and all this crap. Might they are thinking, or the short brain or the education's power might be thinking that their company goes down, but that thing company is coming up with let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, With the God grace, I like to be stay on. If not God, lean out this soul out of my body. Now let me tell you, I am going to put all this page into reality. NASDAQ is going to give you the report next year. Total investment for MRO, maintenance, flight maintenance, airport leasing, everything, all assumption, $25 billion. The other specializations on the heavy duty consultations covers. Now, this is the part of the direct business I'm talking about. The direct business, ladies and gentlemen, the direct business. There's two kinds of business we are doing. One is the business we are already doing for, what you can say, the live business, which the direct billing business. Like we are building up an airport, we are into construction, we are into fabrication, we are into lot of blah 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 jobs. Then we are into the constructions of first of all, the construction of the airport is like with Arab Foundations, and then the construction with Mr. Gamal Ali, his company was Arab Flower Company. That company is already been in there in Tanzania, and they are putting around almost $1 billion capex is going to be, and that capex, we are putting our investment over there. Now that is our direct billing business. Now we have two business. One is the direct billing business in crude oil. We got a direct billing business. We got a aviation. We got a direct billing business. We had a defense monopoly. We have monopoly. Any government, Arabic government, Gulf government could ask any artillery price. I can give you writing right now, my friend, respective gentlemen, partners, board members, respective employees, everyone. This meeting is recording, and you can take the recording live in the WhatsApp also, and just get the meeting live into Facebook after several times in the public air, every meeting. So this meeting goes to all the governments. I can tell you, more than a 10% lower cost I'm going to quote to you everywhere. Yes, 10%. Not a matter of joke. For 50 million or $50 billion for 10% is a 500 million. So it's not a matter of joke. It's a 500 million that government is saving from his asset, from his tax, for the tax he's collecting from the people. The consultation service. Now we're talking about a very serious part. And here itself, we had a lot of R&D, lot of research and development in this particular part. SABHUB itself is a big R&D kind of company. It's not a gate open and company will start it. No. The other operations, heavy duty industrial consultations covers. Now, heavy duty industrial consultation, what are heavy duty industrial consultations? Heavy duty, when somebody say heavy duty, it means not heavyweight kind of business. Heavy duty means where the employees will be not less than that particular one unit will be 50,000 numbers. Heavy duty means that particular industry in a particular destination, somewhere else in the GPS locations or somewhere else in the globe, somewhere else. It has to be about $50 billion core investment. That investment goes straight to that particular business. I'm talking about that. So keep in mind, gentlemen, these are the business I'm talking about. These are the business is covering those business. Just a minute, sir. I'm just just a minute, gentlemen. I'm just sorry, somebody is trying to log in. Actually, there's a lot of Facebook people are already nearby. If I can see, 20,000 people are already there, so they're watching me down. So, other specialization area, I'm talking about the consultations. Now, the consultation area, where we give money, where we put our brain, where we put our projections, where we put our manpower, everything. And we are taking our kitty back. The other specialization area, heavy duty engineering consultation covered with electrical power generations. Big hot seat. Electrical power generations. Now, gentlemen, I'm talking about electrical power generations. Electrical power generations. If you say about I'm talking either countries. Let's talk about my present country, India, right, and Soviet Union. Now, the Soviet Union and India having a similar catastrophe. What they do is the Soviet Union is more advanced. So Soviet Union does not produce thermal coal. India produced thermal coal. Soviet Union put everything on a nuclear power. That the nuclear power plants are being covered by the government. Now, nuclear power plants are already been 100% what you can say, virtual interfaces being there, and there are a lot of softwares, automations, hardwares, piled of hardwares, piled of softwares, piled of programs are there. So the pile of programs, pile of hardware, pile of everything will be concluded into the power plant. Say they have some kind of, but the turbines are the meaning of the power output. In that particular case, turbines are set like 1500 into 3. That means 1500 turbines into 3 turbines. 3 turbines. I'm talking about 3 turbines. 1500 into 10, like 1500 into 10, with 10 turbines. They used to lean out the power into the grid in a DC mode. Then the grid distribute the transformer electricity different city. Let's say Vladivostok. Now the Vladivostok used to take power from Georgia. Now Georgia produce there are a lot of nuclear power plants over there in Georgia. Lots of nuclear power plants. In Georgia, they used to produce nuclear power plant at around 10 gigawatt, and they supply Vladivostok requirements is around 3,500 megawatt. And they have a very lower costing because the end users are already having 220 volts or a kind of thing, three phases, two phases, or no phases, all these calamities. So they put around three phases, two phases. So the supply will be coming like that. So the supplying will be coming like that. So I'm talking about the Vladivostok. This is very interesting. Ladies and gentlemen, please concentrate on this particular power because we have discussed our direct goals. Our direct goals are like the defense sector, the aviation sector. When we putting around 2021, about $100 billion we are investing on that. And those who are new joinees and WhatsApp, I'm seeing that more than a trillion ton people are already watching. I don't know what it is. If something also happened, then I have to sit and some news channel and I have to give my speech over there. No, sorry to say, I'm a very media person itself. Everybody is watching me and everybody is coming on the live after the several decades of research Banerjee spaces coming on. So let's come to the particular stage. So the power sector. Power sector is a very important part of our turnover. In the power sector, we had a biggest business ever. We have started in India, Chhattisgarh. We put $20 million over here. We have with Tata Power, Tata Power obviously with us, yeah. We had Chhattisgarh Power Supply, yeah, with us. We got Chhattisgarh government with us. Just now, before the meeting, Chhattisgarh Chief Minister Bhupesh Baghel has already been sent a meeting note to me at WhatsApp. We have already invested $20 million in Chhattisgarh, in India, and we are putting another, hold your breath, another, how much? We are putting around 100 billion into the defense, another 100 billion into airlines. Over in power sector, we are putting $500 billion into the next 2020, 2021, 2021 and 2022, sorry, 2021 and 2022. This is what exactly we are putting the purchasing and selling of power. This investment, this particular investment of the $500 billion towards the power sector, we, SABHUB, as putting our investment into power sector. We are into power trading. We are purchasing the power, giving the power to the retail sector. Another services are, everybody knows this particular thing because India is very much higher into this particular, right? The rest of the other countries very smaller, but let's see what we can do the changes for this. Along with engineering, manufacturing services, we got a railway track migrations, steel productions, importing and reselling, heavy construction industries, combined with a manufacturing club tire or goes up to 100 billion. Now, railways. Now, how many people are there, except the Indian people are there? I'm seeing there is almost 49.25% of there. The Europeans are there, and Europeans might have a very good thought about railways, and they got very good railways. Even I also travel a lot of good railways, European Rail, Eurostar, and all this. But America runs on Amtrak. I'm so sorry about that. But Amtrak also runs at a very high speed. Now, railway business is a very strong business and a very consistent business. We are also putting our only small amount, $50 billion in this industry as well, in India, of course, and then with the Europe. Maintaining such a huge industrial development of process view, contracting operations need a serious software environment. Some of the software people are there itself. German software companies are there. Platform which is cannot be proceed other than the softwares are not a way to shaking hand. Now, this particular software, gentlemen, I'm going to tell you that other than this particular software, we cannot move for a system. Thank you for the Indian software partners, SAP S4HANA. Now, the SAP S4HANA, we had already established US, Germany, India, some portion in Egypt, but I don't think so that Egypt call will be very effective, because that particular sources are not very keen of, because we don't find it said whatever the India's call. German is the then the developer of the SAP HANA. We're thankful to some of the companies like Unicorps, the titanium partner of the SAP, and Unicorps has already been there with us for a lot of days, and they are holding a very good partner for us for last few months itself. We have placed orders on Unicorps. We have placed order on Unicorps with this B1, not even B1, we are going with him, but SAP S4HANA 2 licenses. Previously, we have think that Oracle might have a sync software, but I don't think so that idea is going to be work, because we have made a random exercises on that. And although we have having serious clients like Arab Investments, like Mr. Gamal Ali, like other peoples are there in Europe also. Several clients are there. So in that particular case, our partners network is absolutely higher, super higher. Partner network is absolutely higher. We got a Volvo Sweden. We got an Airbus, Toulouse. We got a Boeing, Seattle. We cannot depend on $1,000 softwares. Sorry, gentlemen, I can't afford this thing. I put another $1 billion investment on this particular software. Otherwise, it is not been possible. Otherwise, it has to be a deliberate accidents for all of us, for the company itself. I don't make anybody should love on us, because our process is very tangent and our flow is very tangent, and we are very serious kind of mood that people are not even see that particularly what the hell is going on in Sabhubji, what is the hell is that you are doing. People will not say that. We come after 2 days, but after 2 days, like the Italian peoples are planning for 30 days, and when they put the gears into the working, they're going to flick up 2 hours. They don't think about that 2 hours is, oh, something that's better that I have to go like that. We don't do like that. Software will be A1 class, absolutely on cloud. SABHUB coming up with own setup, not with the Google shared servers, not with any other alien shared server. Sorry, gentlemen. Own setup, Tier 5, military grade data center. Covering size will be per country, location wise. The globe has to be part of 4, and this 4 size has already been put in. India was one of them. Egypt is one of them. Soviet Russia is one of them. Another place has already been hidden. That is already my personal data centers is coming around 1,34,000 TB. Now you can imagine the Dell having an enormous duty, supercomputer, microcomputer, United States as an enormous duty, Lenovo, IBM Blade has an enormous duty, Cisco, FortiGate, all the people are running like an rock speed and clock speed. They're running up to putting the data centers over there, absolutely SAP S4 HANA equivalent. We have another challenging partner with us. That is, we are putting, because we financially like to separate the particular goal with us. SAP is there itself for all the engineering aspects. For all the engineering aspects in the military science, the military's, the productions, the military grade productions, military artillery productions, military artillery sales, military artillery designs, the airlines prospects, crude oils, everything. We are putting junk into SAP. But the one thing, the financial part, we have separated that financial part into others, and that is Finacle. Finacle we have with international brand company for the corporate banking, retail banking, loans, and all the variants where we already put it on. Because the investment part, we have already been tied up with international company about instrument monetizing company that is already been with us. Plus, we are fencing to limited company by the March maximum. With my name itself, you cannot see any other name. SABHUB Banerjee Holdings, SABHUB Banerjee, the SABHUB Holdings, and SABHUB Banerjee Holdings is the only company who are going to take care of another 20 companies onto that part. And after that, you can see the Nifty 50 over there. Then you can see the Hang Seng over there, then DAX over there, then S&P over there, then NASDAQ over there, the London Stock Exchange over there, then all these things will be there, and we are gathering those money into our cloud tires for the development of the future. The data center stories is very much interesting part. Ladies and gentlemen and respected board members, we are coming to the new light with a new hope. With a new era, who washed out an episode and missed losing points of some earned of mistakes. The last 2017-18, gentlemen, let me tell you, some bitches are already around me, and those people are already put things around me, and I don't want to blame anybody, but at the end of the day, these people has put me in this particular part to think. And then thanks to those slogheads, I'm glad to name those slogheads, obviously, those who are with me, slogheads. Those slogheads give me this particular idea to think that I should come like this. Yes, gentlemen. 2021 is for the SABHUB opportunities. A lot of big companies are already been putting their pens down. I've seen a lot of good companies. I've seen a lot of big corporate friends are there. I've seen a lot of corporate friends are there, and those who are crying, and they are coming up with this, with the end of the stories to their company. But I could have said that this is the time for SABHUB coming up with. We are coming up with more and more details to you. In the next respective quarter, speech will go out on 31st March 2021. I hope so that in 2021 we will be coming maximum details what we have planned with. with my this speech itself will be goes to WhatsApp, sorry, Facebook after this. And I'm always strongly tell everybody, all the respective partners, all the clients, board members, associates, auditors, PwC peoples, KPMG peoples around the globe. We are with Regis all around the world, 16 offices we have booked with Regis. And it is not a small 2-3 people are sitting capacity, gentlemen, in Regis. This is only minimum to 50 people and maximum to 350 people. At this particular point, when people are counting on money for thinking about okay, now we have a small office, we have something sitting arrangement with you, sir, nothing. No, we want that client should become in the comfortable zone and to sit in the particular boardroom and have a coffee. We'll discuss into the VC meeting. The particular telecast is going with the Zoom. Zoom is our respectable partner for all around the globe for the business license. In the next upcoming website, you can see there is the free tire has been given for the booking of if you wanted to book me for you want to talk to me about the VC. You don't have to send a mail. You go there onto the site, and open on the site, you can see the Zoom link over there. The button was set over there. You can choose the date, appointment itself as per available of the appointment time. I can pick the call from the airport through my iPhone. I promise. My statistics and my footprints standing with your hopes, beliefs, and continuous support. I'm so sorry that I've come a little late because last few weeks ago I met myself and my daughter landed up in a fireborne accident, and for that I have to go for a medical surgery on my feet. Still, I'm not healing as well. I'm a little bit of healing well. I have to say that little bit of healing well, but not been so much perfectly all right. But my daughter, is so soft corner herself. She's already recovered, and currently I'm coming to this particular stage that yes, yeah, we can go for a live on air. I'm thankful to again to all of us, all of the people, those who have joined here. I'm thankful to again to the peoples, those who have given me the endless support for standing like this. All the partners, all the channels, all the partners, from the super large manufacturing facility partners till the software partners, till the business partners, those who are already shaking hand with this opportunities. And thank you very much for being with us, SABHUB. I request you, gentlemen, thank you very much for joining with us, and you can see this particular meeting live after a few minutes, because my engineers will put that thing, because I'm a layman, into Facebook, into companies or my Facebook itself. And you can see the video streaming over there. You can leave your comments. You can come back to me on that. Some of the phone cell numbers in India has been suddenly changed because expedite of the operators have done some problem. I've already sent a mail and WhatsApp details to all of you. Rest of the things will be made clear at the board narrations and sent it back to you on the email for the board members, those who are watching on Facebook. And all the Facebook members are requested to please join over there in Zoom, because Facebook is still it's a live, it is true. In that particular case, I will have to not to do the meeting in the Zoom and to go for the Facebook itself. And thank you very much overall to be there with me. God bless you. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.